This is definitely less than 2 kilometers from here, yeah, and I've done probably 5, so what I'd really like to have done is 7.7, but whether I get to 7.7, well, it will be over that because of there's still the 2.2 I had at the beginning, so it should be over 7.7. Let's just check where we are now. 7.4. Yeah. So that's pretty good, isn't it? It means that I've got over my 5.5 average, and I'm eating back to the days before when I had less productive walking days because of the conditions or the other things I had to do, and enabling myself to get up to my target for the month of February. I got pretty close to my target. I got to 158 with an N with 0.4 or something in January, which is not far off the 166 or 167, which was the target. 167.5 probably was the target. I know what 31 times 5.5 is in my head. 165.5 probably. I'm not sure. 175.5, not sure. You tell me. But something like that. So I got to 158, which is not bad since January's a cold month. Last year, in February, well, in January I did 131. February I only did 91, which was really poor because February was a bad month last year. The coldest month. And see, that goes right past my flat, but I don't want to take it. This is a place that stops. I could run and get on it, but I'm not going to do it. And the temptation goes down the closer you get to home, of course, because it seems like a shame to just get on for a couple of stops and waste as well a ticket. Not that the tickets are expensive, but I buy 40 at a time. It costs about 35 rubles or 33 rubles, which is now just a little under $1. It was about $1 when I got them. Unfortunately, the rubles just dropped again by another 10%. I was having a chat with my boss on the way down where we went in the car, and we were talking about what's just happened. It's obviously not very good. What's happening to the exchange rate in Russia, Russian ruble. It's all right for me. My contract's in euros, so I'm sitting pretty. I'm the only one who is, mind. I shouldn't complain, but it's still not good for the country, I don't think. It's good for people exporting, that's about all. So maybe it's good from that perspective, but yeah, we're exporting services sometimes, and maybe we can take advantage by pricing up in euros. But that's all. Yeah, that's okay if we can do it. But we haven't tended to do a lot of that. Historically we've tended to price in rubles. But I'm going to try and sell in as much as I can in euros. Even if it starts to go the other way now, at least we're a little bit hedged. And since there is the expense of me in euros, then at least there's something to hedge against it. It makes sense if you've got outgoings in euros to have incomings in euros. If you've got no outgoings in euros, then it's kind of silly to put income in euros. And if you've got some of your income in euros, then it's all very well to have some of your outgoings as well based in euros. I'll give you a practical example. A lot of people got really stung on the neck in Poland by taking Swiss franc mortgages. And I was also the people tried to sell me Swiss franc mortgages. So I'm not going to take a Swiss franc mortgage. I don't really have anything to do with Swiss francs. For me, it's an unnecessary exposure. I will not take a Swiss franc mortgage, and never, ever, ever even entertain the idea of it, no matter what the guy said. Because I know these people say all sorts of silly things to get you to buy the rubbish they're trying to sell you. endowment mortgages, that was another one I didn't fall for either. I've only been on repayment ever in all the mortgages I've ever taken. Oh, you're going to let me go, thank you. That's very kind, thank you very much. So least I can do is hobble across a little bit faster. When I say to people, look, you got taken in, you got stung by Swiss francs. Why did you do it? I was never tempted to take Swiss francs. They say, well, what have you got? And I got euro. So well, you're lucky because euro didn't go. You know, went the other way. It was actually good when I took it. It was you got more zlotys, and I had to pay back for a number of years. Now it's back to about the rate that I took it at. So I have made some gain, and I haven't made any loss yet. I could make a loss still, but if it goes up to like because I took it at 4.4, it's now back at 4.4 zlotys to the euro. It has been down as well as 7.35 was the strongest the zloty ever got. That wasn't there for long. It's been hovering about 4.1, 4.2 over the last year or so. It's even if it gets down to so that I'm losing a bit, you see, because I've got income which is pegged to the euro, I'm okay, because when I turn those euros back into zlotys, I get more zlotys, therefore I can afford to pay more on my mortgage. Yeah? And even though my income in my previous employment wasn't actually pegged to the euro itself because it's pegged to zloty, I still worked as a partner in a firm that did a lot of its billing in euros, and therefore I had a case to say to my boss, now that the euros have gone up on the things that I've sold and you can get more zlotys for it, you can help me a bit with my mortgage. And when things were going well, the guy would probably have said yes. In fact, when things were going well, I know he would have said yes. When things were not going well, when everything went pear-shaped, but that was a different matter, and it's not for today. But nevertheless, it's just about hedging. It's just I'm talking about hedging to not use foreign currency mortgages unless either you directly are being paid in something which is either that currency or is going to be made equivalent at the end of the year, as in my case to that currency. So you got the hedges there, or your company generally, yeah, is billing in that currency, so it goes well for the company, and you have some kind of a good enough relationship, or even an open agreement that should that happen, you're going to get extra help with that mortgage, yeah, out of the extra money that you're getting, because the company's selling stuff that you sold is in euros or whatever it is that the mortgage currency is. That's when you take a foreign currency mortgage. Otherwise, you don't take it. Okay, that's your piece of financial advice for today. For those of you living in places with soft currencies. And it's very topical because it's been in the news actually this week about all the BRICS economies and all the emerging, including Eastern Europe, suddenly taking a tumble against the harder currencies. So pound went a little bit down, but not much. Zloty and euro, zloty went down a little and not much. The forint took a nosedive, and we can see what I just told you what happened to the ruble, and that's not so good for this country. Although it's an ill wind that blows nobody any good, as I said, and the exporters will be happy. They'll be probably the only ones that will be happy. Right, that's probably all I want to say, isn't it? Oh, you're just saying, just go back to the topic about that if you get a day like this, you just got to make the most of it, which I think I probably have done. That's all I really can think of to say. This is Argunowskaya ulica that I'm taking up here. And it's a question of just about a kilometre now to home. That's Argonaut Gate 8 and there's a synagogue in it, strangely enough. Okay, cheers.